Hey guys.
Alright guys, we're here today to check out the latest from Jinjer. They have a new album, new video, new song. The song is Vortex. The album is Wallflower, and we've let this marinate, simmer for a couple of days. A little bit of Jinjer foreplay, if you will, but now we're ready to get right into it and achieve that climax that everybody achieves when they listen to a Jinjer song.
Yeah.
Are you ready for some Vortex from Jinjer? Some new material?
I've been ready.
They've been saying, Eugene has been posting on social media that this is perhaps going to be their heaviest album to date.
Ooh.
So let's see what this first single
That's
has
a
in
hell
store.
of a statement, dude.
It is, but I mean, I don't need their music to be super heavy. I just need Jinjer to be Jinjer.
Yeah.
That's all I'm asking for. Jinjer to be Jinjer. Anyways, you ready for this?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it up.
Like a lunatic, frantic. The man in the room looks so dramatic with a latch on his right foot. The spiral traffic feels too dramatic. Too dramatic. Quiet. The man is wandering around. Where's the way out he never found? And inside there's a boiling of land. It's rolling and rounding a parquet. Oh, how heavy is the blow. It bent his spine to the very ground. Neither his nor another, enormous ludicrous. Oh, how heavy is his thigh. In a half an hour or so, it crushed the floor and smashed the man's toes. Oh, how heavy is his thought. In a half an hour or so, it crushed the floor and smashed the man's like a feather, I travel down the spiral staircase. One more look through a beam where stars rise. Like a feather, I travel down the spiral staircase, falling deeper than it is. Stars rise.
that beginning was so deceiving. So deceiving. All right, what do you think? When they've been saying that this is going to be their heaviest album, I think this song kind of like lets you know that they were not joking.
Yeah, that ending there was amazing. I mean, they do those endings here and there where it has some melody and then the ending it just ends on a very heavy note type of thing.
A little abrupt as well.
Yeah, very abrupt too. They put some heaviness and then they cut it.
Yeah.
But here, it was that beautiful, as everything's getting sucked in, her voice is just so beautiful, and it's just that beautiful melody with it, and then it stops and gives you this heaviness, and not just to cut it abrupt 2 seconds later, it just gives you it for a little bit there, and it's just so nice to listen to. Just push. It's like the Vortex. It's pulling you in.
Yeah, but once they became inside the Vortex, they kind of became the Vortex.
Yeah.
Because every time they were creating the sound that was making the Vortex, I thought that was really, really cool.
I thought it was cool that as they were playing, the building that they were in was cracking.
Yeah, and everything was kind of getting sucked into the Vortex. But going back to the song, I kind of had a little bit of an epiphany as I was listening to this track, because the song morphs as it progresses. Right, like this, the song is not linear. It doesn't take you from point A to point B in a straight line. The song evolves, grows, morphs. It changes. It becomes something. If you listen to this song and you break it down into 3 different sections or 4 different sections, all of those 4 sections are going to sound different from the one that came before and the one that comes after. So it's a song that morphs and grows as you progress. Very melodic, very calm, very soothing almost. And then you start to see the volume of the volume is the first thing that starts to increase, even before her vocals come in with the harsh vocals. So the epiphany that I had is, I like that. I really like this song, but I would like them to kind of like maybe try to go somewhere with that, because I thought it was a really interesting element at the start of this song, which is you have the track musically becoming heavier. At the beginning is more volume than heaviness. But you start to see the song becoming bigger and bigger and bigger musically. But her voice is still the clean vocals, very soothing, very smooth. So I really like that aspect of the volume and the heaviness of the song increasing, but with absolute zero impact and zero changes to how she sounds. So I thought that's what they were going to go. I thought the song was going to get heavier musically, but they were going to keep her vocals clean all the way through.
Wow.
And your only heaviness was coming from the song itself, like the sound of the guitars, the drums, the bass, everything coming together, creating volume, creating heaviness, making the song feel a little bit more robust, but vocally keeping her in that pocket, which is a really, in my opinion at least, it's an interesting idea, because as the song progressed from the beginning, that was the progression. It went from super mellow both. Then musically the song starts to become bigger. It first gains volume, then with the volume comes the heaviness, then comes her harsh vocals, and then the song is just brutal from that point on all the way. It's just like so heavy. The guitar is so chunky. It felt like there was like 2 guitar players there. Like it was just so chunky. It just had this almost like this death metal riff to it. Like it's just very chunky, very powerful. But I like that build up. It's a song that has different steps. Like, so before you get to that end, you're going up a ladder, if you will. There's different steps for you to take. So I like that movement. But what really, 2 things that really intrigue me about this song is that first stage of building up the volume, building up the heaviness musically, and keeping her vocals still that angelic approach that she has. Because I thought the dynamic between those, because here I'm listening to it, and the song is like, wow, this is picking up. It's getting heavy. But her voice was still like super controlled. So I thought that dynamic was really interesting. At least for me, I really liked it. So that's one part of the song that immediately, like, I was like, wow, this is a nice twist. I like where they're going with this. But then when they went full on
harsh vocals, not just volume, but just heaviness, I was like, holy shit, this is incredible too. So I like how they morph, because the song never plateaued. If you pay attention to this song, like I said, this is a song in which you're taking steps up a ladder, and there's no moment in time
where you reach a point where the song stagnates and becomes the same through a period of time, because the way it finishes is not the way it's in the middle, and it's not the way it was at the beginning. It almost got heavier and bigger as it progressed.
Yeah.
And then I like that abrupt thing. I like a song that's this heavy, that has this has this crescendo to it. How do you come off of that? You can't come off of that like limping out.
I really do enjoy their whole take on ending their songs where it's just abrupt, because not a lot of bands do that. They kind of play into it, or
sometimes the music kind of fades into
the background.
Or they go full circle, or they go back into how it sounded at the beginning, and then
they stop, or they just stop it there, but they don't do it in such an abrupt way as these guys do. And
but I like it because the vocals go with the sound. It's like da 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 boom
boom. Yeah,
I like that.
I like that. It's just so cool to me because it's something different that you don't really hear a lot.
I like that style because it's the vocals and the sound are working together. So it's almost like you're working with the drums. It's like da 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 da. Boom.
Yeah.
Over. I like that style. It's something they do really well. But in a live setting also works really well because it gives you a chance to just like end the song. You don't they don't do this on every. It's not like every track finishes this way. Yeah. But when they do it really well. They do it in a way that fits the track. That doesn't feel like it's.
Some of my favorite songs.
Some of my favorite songs have that kind of ending too, for me as well. I just think that this is a track that has such an incredible build-up. You're taking steps all the way, and there's not a single moment of this song that gives you a plateau where, okay, where we are now is where we're going to be for the next 2 minutes. No, when they get sucked into the vortex, the song starts to get heavier, and like it's just there's growth. The song has constant growth. It's not a song that has verse, chorus, guitar solo, chorus, end song. It doesn't have that straightforward formula. It's a song that is going.
Way. Yeah.
There's a path that it's taking it, and it doesn't repeat the path. It's just you always feel like the song is taking you somewhere.
And the guitar is a major thing in this song that brings it through that path.
The guitar sound was phenomenal. I honestly
it went so well with her clean vocals, especially at the start here.
At the start, the melodic approach of the guitars with her clean vocals I thought was perfect. The two kind of worked really well together. But then when you see the music kind of becoming bigger, more volume, the guitar starting to sound a little bit bigger, a little bit thicker, and her voice is still in the pocket. I really like that change because it's done in such a smooth way, but you could start to feel like the sound in your headphones is starting to get bigger and bigger, but her voice is not going, is kind of falling behind, is not going with that volume. I really enjoyed that moment. To me, that was a very important moment in the track. And then when the song explodes, once the genie was out of the box, you never were, like, there's no way they were going to put that genie back in the box. And I like the fact that it gave me the sense, of always evolving, always growing, always morphing, always changing, and gave me the sense of getting heavier and heavier with every passing moment. And that's an important element. It's not like, for example, a song like Pisces, which starts smooth, then it has that explosion that comes back, then it has that explosion that comes formula back. Like this song, and I'm just using Pisces as an example.
But this song takes you in its own little path.
But it's exponential
formula.
But it's exponential growth.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like the song doesn't plateau, it doesn't flat. No, the song just keeps going up, up. At the beginning, musically, the song is going before the vocals go. But once the vocals get up there, then it's just like they just like skyrocket together, and it's so heavy.
Yeah.
So heavy, like the sound.
I mean, the music video was a perfect representation of how I felt. I mean, I felt like in those heavier parts they were destroying the place, and in the video they were.
But the music video is because as the vortex kept getting bigger and bigger and sucking more things in, so does the song become heavier and heavier and bigger and bigger. That's what I'm saying. Like the song had this sense of growth. The same way the more the vortex sucked, the bigger it got. The song also got bigger as it progressed. So I really like that dynamic. It's a really interesting dynamic. And once again, once it got really heavy, it almost felt like there was some overdubbing on the guitars because the guitars felt bigger. They had more chunkiness to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the riff was like
there was more volume.
Yeah, it was not as proggy, it was not as jazzy, if you will. It was just like this meaty, just like super meaty, heavy riff.
Yeah.
And I really like that. Really like that.
I love the proggy stuff they do though.
So do I. But this song kind of starts a little bit like that, and then it just goes into this like almost death metal arena.
End, yeah.
You know, like it's just it goes in a completely different path. But the thing about Jinjer is that anything they do is Jinjer. It's not like they've done so much and they do so many different things that they don't have a box that you can put them in. They are the box, so they can do whatever the fuck they want to do. It's always going to be Jinjer, because when you listen to this song, 1 second into the song, you know it's Jinjer. But if I fast track this song to like 2 minutes and I press play and I play it for 5 seconds, you also know it's Jinjer. They have a very specific like DNA to their music, regardless of how much they change or how much they morph or where they take their music. It always sounds like Jinjer. Always. Don't ask me to explain why or how, but I have that feeling with Jinjer.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else you want to add?
I think we've...
By the way, I love the room where they were.
Yeah, it looked really good. They were dressed for the occasion, too.
I agree with you. I agree. But I like the setup. I like the setup. It was very classy. It was almost like they were in a room where, you
Some
know...
type of hipster cafe.
I wasn't going with that. I was going more into like a psychiatrist.
Oh,
You're going to see your shrink, you know, to talk about your daddy issues and whatever, and next thing you know, there's a vortex sucking you. So... there could be something else sucking you, but in this case, it's a vortex.
In this case, it's a vortex.
Okay, let's move on before we dig a hole too deep to get out of. All right, on that note, guys, let us know your thoughts on the brand new Jinjer Vortex, on the upcoming album. Let us know everything that's going through your mind as far as Jinjer is concerned in the comment section of this video. We will be checking it out so we can give you some witty replies. At least we try.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we'll see you at the next video. Take care.
See ya.